Welcome to our channel. Elle Fanning is a perpetual overdress. The actor speaks to Harper's Bazaar about her lifelong romance with fashion, her bond with sister Dakota, and her greatest experiences on film. Elle Fanning is sitting on a couch, wearing a white slip dress with romantic pink flowered embroidery, sipping a chilled gin and tonic with a fresh slice of ginger root. When I meet her, she's come to New York City to celebrate the House of Suntory's Roku Gin Come Alive with the Seasons campaign, the centerpiece of which is a lovely short film starring Fanning, directed by her dear friend, Oscar-winning filmmaker Sofia Coppola. Sofia's one of my closest friends, and I've gotten to be directed by her twice. So to add the commercial to the list, I felt like it was a throwback to Lost in Translation, like Suntory Time. With Bill Murray, the actor says with a laugh, referring to the scene in Coppola's classic 2003 film in which Murray's character films a commercial for Suntory whiskey. And I just loved her concept. She sent over a mood board that had a lot of virgin suicides references. Fanning citing writer-director Coppola's 1999 feature debut. She has such a vision. She's truly an auteur. She has such a point of view. And yet on set, she creates a lovely working environment where you want to be open and give your best performance to her. Fanning notes that Coppola loves to work repeatedly with the same people when she connects with them. The director called on Stacey Batat, the costume designer for her films Somewhere and The Beguiled, both of which starred Fanning, to work on the commercial as well. It just felt like a big family, the actor says. The second reason Fanning signed up for the commercial. I love gin, she says, flashing her endearing Hollywood smile. I've spent a lot of time in London when I was filming The Great, and all they drink is I got very used to them over there. I also love a gin martini with a twist. Classic. Speaking of The Great, which was tragically canceled after a wild third season, Fanning says filming the Hulu comedy drama series was such a singularly fun, unique experience. Tony McNamara's writing. I mean, he's a genius. Like his mind is on another planet of what he comes up with. Truly. The debauchery, the vodka, it wasn't gin in that one, but it was a lot of drinking and hijinks going on in that show, she recalls with a laugh. In the series, created by McNamara, Fanning starred as a flamboyant and outlandish fictionalized version of 18th century Russian Empress Catherine the Great opposite Nicholas Hoult, who played her husband, Emperor Peter. Tony started to really write for my voice, and so I felt so empowered from season to season to play that character and grow as an actor and as a woman, and grow into my power. To this day, she's one of the most special roles I've played, she says. One thing that could not be ignored about Fanning's Empress Catherine was her deliciously extravagant wardrobe, composed primarily of voluminous Marie Antoinette-esque ball gowns, lace-up corsets, and so much Russian oligarch fur. It was pretty great with all the corsets, the actor says. Maybe not the most comfortable, but you would get used to it, and then you'd get scared. Like, oh no, my body's getting used to it. What's happening to my insides if I'm starting to think this corset has become comfortable? Fanning is currently filming a Bob Dylan biopic alongside Timothée Chalamet. The Dune star plays the music legend himself, while Fanning plays his love interest Sylvie Russo. At 26, the Emmy and Golden Globe nominee has a resume of dozens of celebrated movies and TV shows under her belt, many of which have provided audiences not only with wanderlust, awe, and hours of entertainment, but also with plenty of sartorial inspiration. I love the clothes in 20th century women, Fanning says of the A24 distributed 2016 comedy she starred in. That was set in the 70s, and the costumes were kind of Brady Bunch inspired. My character, Julie, had that blonde hair and wore denim skirts and button-downs. I also just really loved that film. She also recalls having a particularly interesting wardrobe experience while filming 2010 Somewhere with Coppola. Going from 11 to 12 years old, Fanning says She went through a crazy growth spurt. I grew like 3 shoe sizes on that shoot alone, so the costume department truly had to put in the work. I got to actually wear one of Sofia's personal dresses. It was a pink Prada dress, the one that my character, Cleo, wears in the Italy portion because I was so tall. I won't forget that. Whether on screen or on the red carpet, Fanning is always a vision. At this year's Met Gala, for example, she glided onto the carpeted steps of New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art in a sculptural glassy gown by Balmain. It was just so crazy, because it was almost science and engineering that went into it. It was made of organza that was dipped in resin 7 times and then molded to a form that had my measurements, the actor says of the gown. I didn't try it on fully until the Friday before the Monday, so it was like it better work. I thought I was going to have to put either powder or oil on myself to get it on, but I didn't have to do anything. They just kind of squeezed me into it, and there was a zipper in the back. So it was a proper dress, even though it was hard and could stand on its own. She notes that she certainly couldn't move too much in the piece and had to change out of it for the dinner, but sometimes you have to do it for fashion. But even when she isn't filming or getting ready for a star-studded event, the prospect of getting dressed up is one that has always excited Fanning. I am someone who's probably always slightly overdressed for the occasion, but I don't mind it, she says. I mean, of course I have sweatpants days, and when I'm going to set, I'm liking those. You know, a turn? I love their matching sweat sets. Those are really good for sets and for travel. Right now, she's feeling preppy for summer. I think it's the hair, she says, carefully bobbing her icy blonde bob, curled upward at the ends. There's something about the cut and the flip that goes with preppy little polos and button-downs. Otherwise, Fanning likes to keep things timeless and gravitates toward brands like The Row and London Boutique Arcade for upscale basics. When she does splurge on a statement piece, she says, I don't know if that's a phase that I'll go through again, but when I was 7, it was cute. What's still cute? Her incredible red carpet moments with older sister Dakota. Earlier this year, the two attended Netflix's Ripley NY Tastemaker event in contrasting looks that perfectly showed off their individual styles. The younger Fanning looked incredible in an apple red trench coat with a bit of sheen, while the elder opted for a sleek and easy little black dress. There was a point where I was able to steal her clothes, but now I'm a lot taller, so I can't. I think Dakota's very classic. I'm classic too, but with a twist, Fanning says of their differing styles. She's a little bit more laid back. There have been times when she's looked at me and she's like, okay, you're going to wear that. And I'm like, yeah, and I think she loves me for that, but I kind of make a bolder choice, whereas she just wants to look beautiful and clean and chic. I get to be the crazy one. I think that younger-older sister dynamic is classic. Speaking of her big sister, Fanning says the Watcher's star is her built-in role model for life. It's just nice to know that there's someone in your family who understands what you do, she says. So there's just a real mutual understanding there and love. And I mean, she's my favorite person. I couldn't live without her. The sisters have a production company together, and one goal they share, Fanning says, is to get their shared chemistry on screen. We would love to work together in a film. We've come close, and it hasn't quite worked, she says. But that is a dream that we want. Thanks you for watching. Stay connected with us for more videos.